We'll start today's practice in an easy seated pose, hands resting gently on your thighs, and both sits bones firmly planted into the mat. You can bring your eyes to close. Begin to bring some awareness to your breath, tuning into the rhythmic motion of an inhale and exhale. Bring your right ear to your right shoulder, crawling your left fingertips out to the side of your mat, and feel the deep stretch in the left side of your neck all the way down into your shoulder and arm. Come back to center and tilt your left ear to your left shoulder, crawling your right fingertips out long. Feeling the gentle pull, your fingertips walking away from you, and your ear sinking toward your shoulder. Come back to center. Crawl both fingertips toward the front of your mat, taking a forward fold. Letting each inhale lengthen your spine, fill you up, and each exhale, crawling your fingertips out 1/2 inch farther and bringing yourself closer to the mat. Gently press both of your hands into the mat, coming into a tabletop position, all fours rooted into the ground. Take an inhale here. Exhale, hook all 10 toes, downward facing dog. Pressing your heels toward the mat, lifting your hips toward the sky, arms strong and lengthened, with a micro bend in your elbows. On your next inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, and step to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, spine lengthens, forward fold. Inhale, rise, hands sweep above your head, extended mountain pose. And then gently bring your left hand to the right side of your head. Gentle pull. Inhale, arms sweep above your head, extended mountain. Then your right hand comes to the left side of your head for another gentle pull. Inhale, hands lift to the sky, extended mountain pose. And then bring both of your hands to interlace behind your head. Mini back bend. Drawing your abdominal muscles in toward the midline to maintain the integrity in your low back. Gently forward fold, keeping the bind behind your head, letting gravity pull your head, neck, and shoulders toward the mat. And using the small bind of your arms to ever so slightly pull your head toward the mat. Being gentle with yourself as you take this forward fold. Make peace fingers on both of your hands and hook them around your big toes. Toes pose. Letting your inhale lengthen your spine and your exhale bring you closer to the mat. Gentle bend in your elbows. Using this bind around your big toes as an anchor to help stretch those hamstrings that get so tight during our day. And you can stay here, or you can bring both of your palms underneath the balls of your feet, touching your wrist creases with your toes, gorilla pose. Noticing the stretch you get around the thoracic region of your back. And knowing that you can bend your knees as much as you need to help yourself feel grounded and stable in this pose. Deep inhale. Exhale and fold a little deeper. And gently bring your hands out from under your toes, placing them firmly on the mat. Step both feet to the back of your mat. Lift your hips, downward facing dog. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Beginning to work through any tension you're feeling in your head, neck, and shoulders this morning. Lift your heels, bend your knees, and step to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, spine lengthens. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hips sink, knees bend, chair pose. Arms lengthening upward, inner thighs drawing close together. And then bring your hands to heart center. Deep inhale here. Exhale, twist to the right. Thunderbolt twist. Being sure to stay with your breath. Every inhale, lengthening your spine, and every exhale, twisting you a little bit deeper. Maybe you open your arms here, creating some space across the front of your chest. Deep inhale and exhale. Bring your hands back to heart center and twist to your left. Check in with yourself here. Make sure you can still see your big toes and that your knees are in line. Hips both square. Open your arms. Deep inhale. Exhale. Hands back to heart center, still in chair pose. Noticing how your legs feel this morning. And staying with it, staying with the discomfort. Begin to cross your left leg over your right, eagle pose. Left arm wraps under your right arm. If eagle arms aren't available to you this morning, you can give yourself a big hug, bringing opposite hands to opposite shoulder blades. Hugging your belly button to your spine, creating length across your shoulders, opening your heart. Slowly begin to unwind and press your left foot out and back. Airplane pose. Arms lifted along either side of your body. And as I've talked about so far in this practice, we're working on opening our heart, lengthening our shoulders, creating space here. Standing split, hands drop to the mat. Left leg lifts even higher, keeping a flex in your foot and a micro bend in your right knee. Peel open the left side of your body, half moon. Feel free to use a block or a small prop, even a towel bunched up, to bring the ground closer to you and support your right arm as you lengthen and stretch in this pose. Gently bring your left foot to the mat, warrior two. Arms extend long in either direction. Deep inhale. Exhale, sink a little deeper in your front right leg. Inhale, reverse warrior two, right arm lifts. And then straighten your right leg. Slowly make your way to standing. And then pivot your right toes to the side of the mat. Side facing wide-legged forward fold. Opposite hands can grab opposite elbows. And you can gently sway left and right, or stay in a place of stillness. Slowly make your way back to stand. And come to the top of your mat. Arms sweep to the sky. Extended mountain pose. Hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, chair pose. Hips sink, knees bend. Arms reaching upward. Length and strength. Bring both hands to heart center. Gentle twist to the left. Inhale, hands at heart center. Gentle twist to the right. Inhale, hands to heart center. And rooting your left foot into the mat, cross your right leg over, eagle pose. Right bicep comes underneath your left tricep, hugging your arms together. And become aware of your body, looking to see if your shoulders are stacked evenly over your hips, to be in one straight line. Slowly begin to unwind, shooting your right leg out and back, airplane pose. Lift in the body while staying grounded in your left foot. Knowing that if you fall out, you always have the option to come back, to try again. Both hands drop to the mat, standing split. Right heel reaching high in the sky. Micro bend in your left knee. And notice if you're holding any tension in your neck. Maybe you shake your head yes and no, and let that go here. Peel your right arm to the sky, heart twisting open, half moon. Again, choosing to use a prop underneath your left hand if that's what you need today. Deep inhale. Exhale, gently bring your right foot to the mat, warrior two. Outer edge of your right foot firmly planted into the mat, strong, stable base. As you work for a gentle but strong bend in your left knee. Sweep your left arm toward the back of your mat, reverse warrior two. And then straighten your left leg. Come back to stand and pivot your left toes toward the side of your mat. And take side-facing, wide-legged forward fold. Your hands can drop to the mat, or maybe your elbows even drop to the mat. If headstand isn't your practice, you can play around with that here. And if you're working on your flexibility and you're not yet there, be inspired by the space between where you are and where you want to be. If you've taken a headstand, gently make your way back to your mat. Press both hands into the mat and lift your right arm to the sky. Gentle twist. Energy filling your fingertips. Bring your right hand to the mat and bring your left arm to the sky. Lengthening your arm long as you work to spin your heart toward the ceiling. Left hand comes to the mat. Make your way to an easy seated pose. Bring the bottoms of both feet to touch. Badhakonasana, also known as butterfly pose. And walk your fingertips out long in front of you. And then gently bring both of your hands toward the right side of your mat. Feeling a stretch in your left side body. Bring your hands back to center and then crawl them to the left side of your mat. Stretch in your right side body. Walk your hands back to center and then up, coming into a seated position before you roll onto your back for Suptabadhakonasana, supine butterfly pose. You can bring one hand to your belly and the other one to your heart. Or for a deeper shoulder opening, you can bring your arms to goalpost position. Noticing your breath, if it moves any easier, it's a bit smoother after tuning in with your body today. You can choose to stay here as your final resting pose, or you can extend both your arms and legs long, taking Shavasana.